Brian, you've been here for 28 years. You have a remarkable record. You've won 80% of the matches. I know you've received offers from other universities at many times your salary here. Why do you stay here?
Well, again, this is a wonderful community. My kids both went through all the way through school here, and they're very successful as college. My son graduated from college, and my daughter's still in school, and they're I think part of that, a lot of that, has to do with going through school in this community.
Yes.
It's wonderful. There's a community feel to it.
Yep.
So, and I'm always shocked and surprised how nice people are to me and have been. They go out of their way to support me and embrace me in public, and I can't find a better place. When you have a president of a university who fights for public education and puts his...
As a national spokesperson, and has visited the president, no less.
When we have somebody who fights for that. During the year last year, the students were upset about a raise, and they were verbally upset. And I don't know if they understood that the number one spokesperson, the person on their side, was our president, the one fighting for him. And here I have that, and I believe in it, and here I have a president that I have an AD who goes out and fights to help us survive financially. I have wonderful kids that we attract here, and I don't see a better community. In American literature, there's a theme. There's a theme in American literature that says that once something is known, it's done, it's over. And I really don't think anybody nationally, not too many people know what a great place Long Beach is, and I hope they don't find out.
But you know who does know?
Yes.
The students. And this year we had a record 80,000 applications for 6,000 places. Everyone wants to come to the beach. Students are voting with their feet. Sadly, the state budget is preventing the kind of access we would want. But kudos to President Alexander and all the staff and the teachers that make this such a special place.
I agree with you.
Well, as you may know, I recently visited Vienna. My wife was invited to speak at a university, but I had a golden opportunity to attend a concert with Diane, and we visited the wonderful Viennese Residence Orchestra that plays all over the world. And can you imagine that I was called up to play?
Well, I know they've been recruiting you for years to play the triangle. I hear you finally gave in.
Well, the concert master, who was playing a Stradivarius, called me up, and a neighbor took this photograph that shows yours truly playing in front of 400 people at the Auberge Palace, and it was the highlight of my music career.
I noticed he didn't pass the violin to you.
No. But we made sweet music together, and I hit the bar at exactly the right time, and the audience was clapping, and it's something I will long cherish.
It's a great holiday story.
Brian, we have a couple of minutes left, and I'd like you to share the importance, and I know we've spoken about this privately, of ethics and values in the course of your work here on campus.
I have a great staff, and they are very talented, but one of their most important talents is their ethical attitudes. And we will not, that won't ever change. Very often in our business, there's a conflict that comes up, and it tests your character. And we will always, and everybody on my staff will always take the most ethical route. That's tantamount to anything else. And we want to teach the kids that that's the way they need to make their decisions when they become adults. It's not a political decision. It's not what's best for them. It's best for the people that you have that you're empowered to help. And we need to continue to do that. We're often upset when governing bodies, when people above us make decisions based on political gain and not for what's best for the people that they're working for and working with. These young people pay my salary, in essence. The university and the state pay my salary. They want someone who will always take the high road. And anytime we can reflect that, and anytime that we see that reflected, we bring that up.
And I know all of our sporting teams reflect
That's
that,
right.
that ethic, and we've
Yep.
seen examples in other sports and teams of having a long run of wins or successes, and then things come out and they're stripped of titles, they're stripped of wins, and it all collapses.
That has never been part of our university, and I'm sure it will not be part of this university. As long as the people we have here stay in charge, it'll be that way, and I'm very happy about that.
And another quote that I like to use in my ethics lectures, you can spend 20 years building a reputation and lose it in 5 minutes. So, my friend, thank you for, again, joining us. Happy holidays to you
too.
and your family, and thanks for doing the great work you do on our
And
campus.
it's really nice to see you, and thanks for doing the great work you do.
Okay, appreciate it. And we'll be back with the rest of our show after these messages.
When I was a boy growing up in Italy, I had a dream to own my own store. I came in the United States and I worked hard as a tailor. Hi, I'm Umberto. I've been in Long Beach since 1960, carrying the finest quality men's clothing. Italy's a long way away, but styles are just around the corner. Umberto, 2141 Bellflower, Long Beach.
Founded in 1976, Polly's Gourmet Coffee is Southern California's most complete gourmet coffee store. Polly's has the best tasting coffee, freshly roasted every day right in the store, plus a wide selection of teas, an in-house bakery, espresso bar, patio dining, and more. We also offer Wi-Fi, free internet access for all of our customers. Our nationwide clientele agree when it comes to coffee, there's only one name to remember, Polly's. 4606 East 2nd Street, welcoming you into Belmont Shore.
Take care of those who are closest to you, from our family to yours. McCarty's Jewelry, since 1932.
Phil Trainees mixes California style with continental cuisine that includes fresh seafood from around the world. Since Phil is the chef, the menu has a wide variety of pastas, salads, soups, and appetizers that feature his unique personal touch. And the Italian-American signature dishes are simply beyond delicious. You never know who you're going to run into at Trainees, from the famous sports legends on the Wall of Fame to local celebrities having a drink at the bar. For the best fine dining experience, visit Phil Trainees.
We're back, joined now by the director and editor of Straight Talk TV show, our friend Ron Petke. Ron, welcome, and you're here really. I wanted to thank you personally and your great crew for the work that you guys do all year long.
Certainly, Art. Well, you know, it is a team effort, and without John Jean, David Chapman, Vic Carpenter, Emily, makeup, we can't do it. Yeah, couldn't do it.
Well, it is a team effort, and you're part of the team, and thank you for getting all dressed up today.
Thank you so much. Well, I had a Red Cross board meeting this morning, so here I am.
And we support the American Red Cross. They do great work.
They sure do.
And Charter, too, is part of the community. I know you just recently did the holiday parade, Belmont Shore Holiday Parade.
Did you see it yet?
No, I haven't
You
yet.
have to watch what Bruce said about you.
Okay. So what does it feel like? You are a media mogul. You've been doing this for 30 years. You haven't aged too badly.
Well, I used to have jet black hair before I started doing your show, but these things do happen, I suppose.
And I know you are an expert at the ukulele, but were you a little bit shocked and surprised that I played the triangle with a world-renowned orchestra?
Nothing surprises me about you and your musical instincts, Arthur.
So what do you think for the new year? I mean, there are a lot of problems that we're all facing, but are you basically optimistic about the future?
You have to be. Yeah. And I'm going to share with your audience something that you had taught me that I continue to tell friends, students of mine, to do 3 random acts of kindness a day. Yeah. And I think if everybody did that, or just did one, we'd be much better off. And if everybody learned how to play the ukulele. You know, the president plays the ukulele.
Wow.
Yeah, boy.
I didn't
It's
know
wild,
that.
huh?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, it's true, and there's an old biblical saying: if you're not for yourself, who will be? But if you're only for yourself, what are you? And so it's a combination of being part of the community and looking out for the other guy and helping out. And Laura Dowd just recently compared life to a marathon where you got to be in for the long haul, but there are way stations along the way where people help you.
Mm-hmm.
And conversely, you should be a way station for others in their journey. And I thought that was so powerful. And
That is.
kind of what you were saying. So happy holidays to you and all the crew. And let me just thank the crew for wonderful work all year long. And we look forward to all of you joining us next year in our show. Thanks for being here, and thanks for all you do.
Meli Kaliki Maka.
I agree. And thank you for joining us. Please join us next year for the next edition of Straight Talk. Good night, everyone. Mahalo. Mahalo. Okay.
Straight Talk has been brought to you by Southern California Edison, the Press Telegram, and remember, Straight Talk is viewable worldwide 24/7 at straighttalktv.com.